8 minutes. How to configure the FMS and enter a flight plan in the Vision Jet. Here we go, Captain. Before we start, I would like to make a quick overview on this tutorial series. The last 2 videos were about starting up the Vision Jet and the TBM. As both of these aircrafts share the same avionics, we will make a common trunk for the G3000 functionalities. Then we will split again for the autopilot tutorial. For today, we will take the classic Philly to Boston flight plan. If you are a veteran on this channel, you already know this one. Take off from runway 27 left through the Philly 3 departure, where the air traffic controller will guide us until ditch. At ditch, we will take the airway Q437 until Hannah, then Q450 until the Kennedy VOR. The Kennedy VOR will be the first waypoint of our arrival. That will lead us to a back course for the ILS 22 left approach. Let's jump into the tutorial. So you just started the plane, and this is what it looks like. On the bottom, you would find 3 touchscreens. The left one controls options for the primary flight display. The center one controls options for the multifunction display, and the right one controls the communication panel. Let's focus on the center one, which welcomes us with a initialization page. In this area, you need to enter the fuel on board. A quick check on the engine panel, and we can see we have 144 gallons of fuel. We could enter this value directly or click FOB Sync. It will automatically fill the field with the correct value. Don't forget to confirm after that. Good. Now the plane knows its empty weight. Let's continue to the payload configuration by clicking Next Page. Let's imagine pilot and co-pilot weight 160 pounds, and passengers are at around 120 pounds. We also have 60 pounds of luggage on board. Simply click the corresponding field on the touchscreen and fill in values. These modern avionics are a blast compared to traditional Airbus or Boeing systems. Let's make a quick check on the weight and balance sheet displayed on the MFD. I will not explain this part in detail, but all you need to know is that the green dot needs to be within the ranged area. If it's not, it means the plane is unbalanced or too heavy, and you might need to reorder passenger position or luggage position. Anyway, the dot is in the area, so everything is fine. Let's click Next Page. Now we are in the Flight Plan section. Click the Origin tab and add your departure airport. In our case, Philadelphia. Click the Destination tab and add your arrival airport, which is Boston for today. Good. So now I would like to show you the map so you can have a visual cue of the flight plan creation. Unfortunately, the active page on the MFD is still the weight and balance one. Let's just continue the initialization. Then we will get back to the flight plan later. Clicking Next Page, you would find the takeoff data section. Just enter the takeoff runway, in our case, 27 left. The plane will search in its database and gather any useful information for takeoff. To finish, click the Init button. Verify that the initialization page is all green, then click Accept Initialization. We are now in the main menu. In order to show the map, click the Map button. For the purpose of this tutorial, I will click Full so that the map will be larger on the screen. Please note that you can zoom in or zoom out using this rotary knob. Let's continue our flight plan creation by clicking the Flight Plan button. Let me please enable a useful function in the flight plan options that centers the flight plan in the middle of the screen. Okay, it's better now. If you remember well from the initialization, we had just set a departure and arrival. We can acknowledge that via the direct straight line between them. On the middle screen, we can also see a direct path between the 2 waypoints. Let's populate our flight plan with the one generated via SimBrief. You have 2 options here. Whether you start with departure and arrival procedure, then populate the main branch, or you could start with populating the main branch, then set the departure and arrival. Both works. It's up to you. Personally, I prefer the second option, so let's go with that one. The first waypoint of the main branch is ditch. Click Add En route waypoint, then enter ditch. Take a quick look on the MFD, and you would see the waypoint has been added. Next instruction is to follow airway Q437 until Hannah. This is an airway and not a waypoint. To add an airway, just click the previous waypoint, then click Load Airway. You would find a new window with all airways available from that waypoint. Select the corresponding airway, then select your exit point, which is Hannah in this example. Each waypoint has been added to the flight plan as shown on the MFD. Nevertheless, on the center screen, we are missing the waypoint Luigi. That's normal because the display hides each waypoints of the airway, so it's clearer to read. If you want to see all waypoints of your route, just click the airway, then expand all. Luigi is back with us. Alleluia. Okay, now repeat the same procedure for airway Q450 until the Kennedy VOR, which is the end of the main branch. Good, now take a look at the MFD. The main branch is correctly set. Let's now focus on departure and arrival. To do that, click the procedure button, then select departure. As shown by the flight plan, we will take Philly 3 departure from runway 27 left. If you remember well, this departure doesn't have any path. Instead, it's the air traffic controller's job to guide us successfully to ditch. As a result, the branch between Philly and ditch has been removed. We can also see new information on the flight plan. The plane automatically chooses to follow a heading of 267 after takeoff, then MANSEC for manual sequence, meaning the plane knows we will receive ATC instruction until ditch. Everything is properly set for the departure. Now let's go back to procedure button and do the same for the arrival. From the flight plan, it will be Roebuck 3 arrival, JFK transition on runway 22 left. Click load, then watch modifications on the MFD. This section is only the arrival procedure, not the approach. Click again procedure button, then click approach. We will land on runway 22 left using an ILS. Do not click load and activate, otherwise the flight plan will skip everything and go direct to final. Just click load as usual. And this is it. You have successfully registered the flight plan to your onboard computer. Let's make a quick sum up. We will take off from runway 27 left. Then the manual sequence will be handled by the air traffic controller. He will guide us to ditch where we will enter airway Q437 until Hannah, then Q450 until the Kennedy VOR. The Kennedy VOR is also the transition of our arrival, where we will follow the Roebuck 3. At the end of the star, we can see another manual sequence, where the air traffic controller will guide us to the ILS runway 22 left. After runway 22 left, we can also see the go-around procedure that will lead us to a holding pattern at Winnie. Last thing I forgot to mention is the trim selection for takeoff. As you can see, we still have a warning telling us the pitch trim is not properly set. To set the pitch trim, just look at the trim setting in the engine display, then move the trim so that the arrow is in the green section. Okay, this is it for this tutorial. On the next video, we will talk about the functionalities on this airplane and how boy be ready, because this flying jewelry has a ton of it. Please take a break, take a Kit Kat if you have one, and prepare yourself for the incoming video. Thanks for watching, feel free to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.